Welcome to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with intuitive lightworker, national speaker, metaphysical teacher, and best-selling author Lisa Kessler. What is it you want to manifest? Are you looking to increase your income, change careers? Maybe you want to manifest a new home or a new car. Are you ready to bring love into your life? You have come to the right place.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today. Today, we're going to be talking about manifesting from flow instead of force. So our world is kind of obsessed with hustle culture. And today, we're going to explore how true manifestation, it doesn't come from grinding yourself into exhaustion and burnout. It comes from aligning your energy, your intention, taking inspired action that is all in alignment with the energy of the universe. So while hustling might build some momentum, it's actually alignment that brings in magic and miracles. So if you've ever felt yourself feeling completely burned out from chasing your dreams, today's episode is for you because it doesn't have to be that way. So that mindset where we have to hustle harder, it comes from the material world, from capitalism, productivity, time management. And the reason that hustle kind of energy can actually block your manifestations is because if you think about it, it is rooted in fear. It's rooted in fear, lack, scarcity mindset, and control, where we want to control the outcome. I can speak from experience because sometimes I get to be like a control freak trying to manage how the outcome will appear, which is not our job. That's the universe's part of the equation in our co-creation. So I struggle with it too. No one's perfect. Some days we're great. Some days we're learning. But I have learned over the years that the one thing you can't force is divine timing. When you are in that hustle mode, you are usually trying to force something to appear instead of being open to receive. So, alignment is completely different. Alignment is when your thoughts and feelings and actions all match the energy of what you desire. So it feels more peaceful. You have clarity. You trust that everything is working out for your highest good. And you take inspired action instead of constant action. So alignment isn't passive. It's not writing down that I make $50,000 and then walking away. It's not passive. You're still doing the work, but you are guided by intuition instead of panic, right? So here's an example. So instead of I need to post on social media every day or I will fail, if you're in alignment, you trust that when you show up, the right people will find you. Do you feel the difference? One is peaceful, calm, you have clarity. The other one is this panic that you're going to fail. And remember, like attracts like. So if you are throwing off that panic, fearful energy, the universe is matching it. It's giving you a surprise bill. You have a flat tire, which of course leads to more panic and more hustle. And in the end, you still have a flat tire and you're exhausted, right? So when you manifest from flow, it feels completely different because you are grounded in your intention. You're open to divine timing. And when an unexpected opportunity comes, you are anxious to say yes. You take inspired action that really lights you up, that you're excited about, instead of forcing something that maybe experts have told you will work. Do you feel the difference? So to support this flow, I always recommend that you take some rituals. Rituals are really great at bringing our brain back into alignment. Instead of that panic mindset, it pulls you back into the present moment. So highly recommend pull a card every day. Can be a tarot card or an oracle card. Have the intention of what is my energy and focus today. and pull one card, and keep that in mind all day. If you have a card stand, it works wonders to just have it somewhere where you can see it on your desk, so that when you start to feel yourself slide into that hustle mode, you'll see that card and go, oh yeah, my focus today is trust. I'm going to trust that everything is unfolding for my highest good. Another thing you can do is journal. Journaling is great. Keep asking yourself why. So if you recognize that you are in, scarcity mindset, you're panicked, you're trying everything to make something work, sit down, open your journal, and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? And keep asking until you get to the root of the problem. Because sometimes it's very unexpected. You may come to the root of the problem is, I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. There you go. If you don't sleep enough, your brain is always in panic mode. That's just there's too much cortisol. You haven't slept. Your anxiety is running high. And you can figure those things out when you journal with yourself. Another thing is to listen to those nudges from your intuition. Do not talk yourself out of it. If your intuition is saying, get up and go water your plants, get up and go water your plants right now, because you are pushing too hard. And then make space to receive. So try really hard not to overfill your planner. Don't get on your Google Calendar and fill up every last second. Because remember when I talked about those opportunities crossing your path, you want to have time in your schedule to accept them, to walk down that path, right? If you have spread yourself too thin, there isn't any time for you to take those inspired actions, right? So here's some signs that you may be out of alignment right now. Usually you know, but just in case, if you find yourself exhausted and cynical, you have been pushing really hard. You have been stuck in that hustle mindset, that scarcity mindset, that everything's going to go wrong. And it does lower our energy into that exhausted bitterness, being completely fear-based. So watch for that. Check in with yourself. If you catch yourself micromanaging every single detail, I catch myself doing that often. And when you catch yourself doing that, force yourself to get up and walk away from your desk. Take a breath. Get back in touch with the present moment. In the present moment, you are safe. You are cared for. Everything is fine. All the fear is always future-based. We're always worried about what's coming, or we're beating ourselves up for what we did in the past. So just be present. That really helps. If you catch yourself feeling anxious after you have done all the right things, and that is definitely a sign that you are out of alignment with flow, because if you know you've done all the right things, then you know that divine timing is doing the rest. Breathe. If you catch yourself comparing yourself constantly with others, you are so far out of alignment. Every person has their own path, and you don't know what other people are going through. Even though social media culture, we see all these perfect pictures and all these bestseller ribbons and things like that. But the reality is you don't know what they're going through or what they did to get there. So stop comparing yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it brings you right out of alignment of flow, right? And finally, the last one that would be a big sign that you've gone out of alignment and you're into hustle culture is that you keep changing the goalpost. If you catch yourself going, boy, if I'm going to do books because that's my area of expertise. So if you have told yourself, I will sell 3 books every day, and then you do it, and instead of celebrating, you go, well, that was too easy. I sell 5 books every day. Well, now you keep moving the goalposts so that you never celebrate. There's nothing wrong with celebrating a goal achieved. It helps us stay in the flow, and then we can open ourselves to something new instead of beating ourselves up because we never reach a goal. Okay, so I'll share I always keep it real with you guys. I'm going to share a story that happened to me recently. And the thing is, I want everyone to know that no one has reached this enlightened perfection of manifesting, even though they may have this fancy website that says, they can help you manifest $5 million. I guarantee you that they still struggle on certain days. We can't help it. We're human. We came here to learn and grow. And how can we learn and grow if we're always perfect every day? Okay. That said, I was having a day of scarcity mindset where I had put in my head that I needed to make money today. I was in scarcity mindset. I was worried about, I can't even tell you what the bill was now, but I was worried about something. And so I was in hustle mode. I was trying everything. And so I had opened up I have many income streams. And so I was trying to post over here and do that over there. And I am teaching a Tarot for Writers course online. It starts in July. And this was the day that I decided, I will open registration because I already have people on the waiting list. There we go. So see how I was forcing? I was telling the universe it needs to be this. So I did. I opened registration. I updated my PayPal link. And then I went to the wait list of people who had signed up to be on the wait list. And I sent them an email that the registration is open. Here's the link. Can't wait to work with you. And then nothing happened. And so I started working on something else, and I'm working, and nothing is happening. And so finally, I recognized that I had spiraled into hustling instead of allowing. I was no longer in alignment. So I pulled 3 different decks off my shelf and pulled one card from each of the 3. And they were one was patience, and one was get out of your own way. And another one was the hermit card, go within. I said, okay, universe, heard. So I got up from my desk. I watched an episode of something on Netflix, so it was only, 30 minutes or so. I got up and watered my plants. I did not allow myself to go back to the computer. And then I got a notification on my phone that 2 people had signed up for Tarot for Writers. But you know what? They were not people from my wait list. I don't even know how they found it. So the lesson learned from that incident was that when I walked away and allowed, the universe provided more than what I was, the amount of money was more than what I needed, twice as much more. And it was, so all that worry was wasted energy. All that hustle was wasted energy. All the people that I had thought were going to quickly sign up, none of them did. It was the universe provided. So again, that learning opportunity for me was when I push too hard, nothing happens. When I trust and embrace that the universe has my back, everything's working out for my highest good. I could almost feel my vibration rising back up, and the universe matched it. The universe said, yes, I do have your back. Here you go. Everything's fine. Why did you waste so much energy? Right? So we all have our days, and I do have the same struggles, but I hope that this helps you to recognize, because sometimes we don't recognize it when we get in that panic hustle mode that's fear-based. We are pushing all these buttons and we're so busy with it that we don't realize that's what's happening. If I hadn't have pulled those cards, I wouldn't have gotten out of my own way. I would have kept at it, pushing, right? So Hopefully, you heard this podcast right in the moment that you needed to, and just jot yourself a note. No hustle, alignment. I manifest from alignment with the universe. I am co-creating. I don't have to do everything, right? So here are a few affirmations that you can say to yourself when you catch yourself sliding into that hustle burnout. Number 1, I trust in divine timing. Such a powerful, simple statement. When you feel yourself spiraling, I trust in divine timing. Another one, I take inspired action and let go of control. That one's very hard for me. But let go of control can welcome in miracles. Remember, I got twice as much money as I needed when I walked away and allowed, right? Let go of control. Another one, I am in energetic alignment with everything I desire. How powerful is that? And you really are. So remember that so that when you're spiraling, you can pull yourself away, because that panic and fear, it really does push away what we want, because we're just attracting more panic and fear. And finally, I don't chase, I attract what's meant for me. Another powerful thing to remember when you catch yourself in all of that hustle. So I hope that you will take some time to set yourself up for success. Write some notes down about what you're going to do next time you are in that hustle burnout mode, so that you can lift yourself back up. Remember, you are worthy of all of your desires. You do not have to earn them through burning yourself out through exhaustion. You don't. The universe wants to bring you your highest desires, so don't get in the way. All right? I am sending you guys many blessings, and if you need extra support, down in the show notes, you can schedule a free Q&A session with me where we can talk about what it is you're trying to bring into your life and what's blocking you, and see if I might be able to help. I have a couple of one-on-one spots open right now, and I have one spot in the weekly mastermind too. So maybe this is meant for you. I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with Lisa Kessler. If you have questions or comments, or if you'd like to work with Lisa to manifest your dreams, you can connect with her through her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net. That's also where you can claim your free weekly tarot reading and manifesting tips. Make sure you subscribe or follow the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast on your favorite podcasting site so you never miss another episode. As Lisa likes to say, we can make magic when we bring the universe into the equation. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you'd like more information about Lisa, Metaphysical Manifestation Mentorship, or the Manifesting Magic Mastermind, visit her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net.